DeCastro claims victory in post-hack livestream. There was a sense of at least insane victory in the air Saturday night as Chille DeCastro returned to live streaming following a series of P-bombs Friday night into Saturday morning that left the YouTuber in a sympathetic position. DeCastro's subscription numbers, which had been stuck at 623,000 for the past 2 months, ballooned overnight, jumping to the 625,000 mark and apparently ending whatever hold had been in place for his subscribers. His Saturday night stream focused on moving his Teen DLZ viewers over to Twitter/X, and they responded in droves as his YouTube stream peaked at 125 live viewers, while his Twitter/X account ballooned to 453 views during the broadcast. Following the broadcast, his Twitter/X numbers rose to 590 total views and 3,058 total views on his main YouTube channel. While the gains made during the live for views on Twitter were good for the live streamer, those gains in viewership were not proportional to the losses in YouTube viewership. DeCastro's finances were actually hurt as he only did $139 in super chats on YouTube. Surviving a direct attack by multiple P-bombings was great for both DeCastro's attitude and his core Teen DLZ, but fear of another P-bomb may have scared off his fans from contributing to the expected and much-needed influx of funding based on sympathy views. As with everything DeCastro touches this day, despite his up day in attitude, financially, he effectively failed to plan for or capitalize on his fans' goodwill. He refused to open a new GoFundMe or reopen an old one for that matter. In the end, he essentially robbed himself of any new super chat funding by insisting his fans move to Twitter/X, where it is nearly impossible to send him money, and his YouTube revenue from what should have been his biggest show since his Get Out of Jail show failed to materialize. By Saturday evening, there was also a growing belief inside the community that DeCastro staged the attacks himself in order to jumpstart his Twitter/X campaign. While we have seen no evidence of this ourselves, and there is more than enough evidence to point to an outside individual or group, DeCastro is desperate for funding at this point. Fans pointed out that all of the P-bombings went on for much longer than expected before DeCastro himself ended the broadcasts. The streams are marked as deleted within Playboard's monitoring system and removed by user on YouTube. YouTube itself has also apparently refused to get involved, as DeCastro's channel remains active while other channels that had suffered P-bombs were suspended immediately by the platform. Again, add the fact that DeCastro is desperate to leave YouTube and he needs something, anything, to bring his numbers on Twitter/X up to the hundreds of thousands of viewers required to make any sort of money off of that platform, and the inside job theory can really appeal to people. Despite the fact that there is clear evidence that it was an outside individual or group that carried out the attacks. Let that sink in. DeCastro's reputation is so bad within both sides of the First Amendment auditing community, and he is so financially desperate right now that most people are rejecting the clear facts pointing to an outside hit on his channel to accuse DeCastro of staging the attacks on himself. DeCastro seemed overjoyed as he went live Saturday night. He proclaimed that he was renewed due to the attack and that they took their best shot to take him down and did not succeed before promptly attempting to self-sabotage his efforts and move his viewership over to Twitter/X. The 4-hour broadcast was more boring than anything else, with his typical outraged phone call over an issue several years in the past and 2-for-1 trifold sales dominating the broadcast. While fans reacted to the upbeat DeCastro, he was still slurring his words at the start of the broadcast and his pacing was off for the night. He literally failed to add anything new to his program to capitalize on the sympathetic viewership, and all in all, turned out an overly dull reaction to something that could have seen him mount his comeback. There were no further attacks on DeCastro's channel as of 4:03 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday morning.